One thing that's hard to understand is this difference between mass and volume. You can look here and you can see that I have 4 different glasses, and each of those glasses has a different amount of liquid in it. It's all the same liquid, it's just water with food coloring in it, but it's here to show you that even though we have different volumes of cups, that we have different mass because the amount of liquid that is in each of these is different. Here we have 2 cups from the same set, and I want you to determine which one of these 2 has more mass. Which one of these 2 has more stuff inside of it. If you said B, you are correct. There's much more liquid in B, and even though cup A has more size or volume, it still has less mass in it. So here you have 2 cups that have the same exact volume. They take up the same amount of space. Now we're just trying to determine which one of the 2 has more mass. Which one do you think it is? If you said B, you are correct. There is more liquid in B, so that cup has more mass than cup A does. Make sure you listen to this next question carefully. Looking at cup A and B, which one of the 2 has more volume? If you said neither, you are correct. Both cups, even though they had different amount of mass, they both had the exact same volume. They took up the same amount of space. So here we have 3 cups, and I want to know which one of these 3 has the most amount of mass. If you said B, you are correct. Cup B has more mass than the other 2. C has the most volume, but it has the least amount of mass because it has very little liquid in it. Cup A has the same amount of volume as cup B, but again, it has less mass. So the last question that I have for you is, which of these 3 cups has the most amount of volume? If you said cup A and C both have the same, you are correct. Even though all 3 cups have a different amount of mass, cups A and C take up the same exact amount of space, giving them the same volume. So let's look at some important notes from the video. First of all, we should know by now that volume and mass are different, and you should also have seen through watching the video that mass cannot be determined by just looking at an object, although we could do that in this case because we were using different color water. You can compare the volume of 2 objects by just looking at them unless they're similar in size, and we're going to run into some other factors when it comes to volume in the next few days. One thing that I want you to keep thinking about is, how do both of these things relate to weight?